I got a segment that I'm calling What's Good in the Hood, where I go check out local entrepreneurs, businesses, and tastemakers here in Nashville. This is where we make it happen. What's up? I'm standing here with my man Kunal Patel, aka KP, one of the owners of Mill Creek Brewery here in Nolensville, Tennessee. Let me give you a quick little story of how we met. I was in Miami, the one hotel, having a Paloma, and his wife was actually sitting next to me, and I had my Just Love hat on, and she was like, "Oh, is that Franklin, Tennessee?" I'm like, "Yeah, Franklin, Tennessee." And then we started chatting, and my wife came down, then Kunal came down, and then, we've been cool ever since. So, let's start from the top.
Yeah.
What made you and your partners purchase Mill Creek?
Sure. Mill Creek's been around since 2014. We are not the original founders. We kind of look at ourselves as the second stewards. The brewery is going to close in 2019. Email went out to the local customers. Between my partners and I, we decided to, take the opportunity, see if we could buy Mill Creek, bring it back to life. We became the second owners in January 6th of 2020. So right before COVID happened. Unfortunately, we did have to lock our doors during COVID, but we found creative ways to keep the brewery alive, keep it going, reformatted our tap room, created some awesome new beers, increased that lineup, and then just made sure that we became a community focus here in Nolensville.
2020, COVID, I opened my Just Love in 2020.
That's right.
I had issues with getting product. What were your main issues? The product embargo?
Absolutely. With us, we use a lot of cans, so purchasing cans during COVID was kind of a difficult process. A lot of the can manufacturers were selling directly to larger companies. So like, for example, a popular soda brand would purchase all the blank cans from the manufacturer for a set price and say, hey, we'll buy your entire inventory.
Right.
So for the smaller folks like us, we had to kind of shop around, figure out where can we purchase our products to continue doing business.
So this is my first time here, man. You've been telling me to come for
Absolutely.
years, so I know I got to get my tour now. What's
Absolutely.
up?
Let's show you around. Let's show you what Mill Creek's about, and get you some beers eventually.
Yes, sir. All right, so this is where it all starts?
Absolutely. So this is the heart of our brewery. It's our brew deck. Every beer that we make comes out of this facility right here, whether it's our lagers, IPAs, our seltzers, our seasonals, our sour projects.
Does each beer have a different container?
No, so the way it all kind of basically works is beer's got 4 ingredients, simple ingredients: water, some sort of grain, hops, and yeast. So these are our boil kettles, so everything essentially starts in grain form, gets boiled here for X number of hours depending on the recipe, and then we'll get introduced with yeast. The yeast will eat up the sugars, burp out some alcohol, and then we'll move it into our fermentation tanks to finally become the beer that it's going to end up becoming.
How long is that process?
Depending on the style of beer, it can be anywhere from 10 days to 6 weeks. Generally, the lagers take a little bit longer. We do some beers that are a little bit longer than that, just to help them develop the proper flavor, proper profile, color, everything.
Well, all that beer talk, I think I need to get one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm going to show you how to properly pour the Oktoberfest. So you want to rinse the detergent off the glass.
Rinse.
Give it a little shake. And you don't want to let the tap actually touch the glass because that's gross. So you want to hold it at an angle. And just let it go so it gets to the top. Turn it. There you have it.
Perfect pour. All right, let me see what I got.
You got it.
I don't know. Let's see.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
Yo. What has been some of the challenges as an entrepreneur in the beginning, and then now that you kind of hit your stride, what are some of the things that you have added that weren't here before that you see are helping your business grow as now?
Absolutely. So, I mean, just as any entrepreneur has probably experienced, growing a business is being hands-on. You got to do the dirty work, you got to do the gritty work, being available for your staff, being available for your guests. You know, and it's also learning. You know, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make a beer that doesn't taste as great. We got to get rid of it, and we start over. The biggest thing I think I've learned of being an entrepreneur is never giving up. You know, just like when you're on the field, you never give up. You continue to keep pushing forward. And just the same with any business. Wake up every morning, think of the things you want to do, and go after them. Chase after those dreams.
Right.
But there's going to be challenges. I mean, it's part of business, and you find ways to do it. For us, one of the biggest things when we took over the brewery was to make it more family friendly, to encourage, you know, not only for people to come in, but also for us to give back to the community.
Do you show games and stuff on all the television?
Yep. So we've got
obviously this is after hours. You know, it's not open right now.
But no, we've got multiple TVs around. We've got multiple projectors. So whether it's, you know, watching football on Sundays, you know, catching a basketball game, any Tennessee sports we showcase 100%. Preds, Vols, Titans.
Vandy.
Vandy as well. Can't forget Vandy. But no, going back to the community effort, that's our mission. We make beer, but we also always want to give back.
Now that's cool, man, because obviously I'm repping because I worked this morning, but that's one of the reasons why I got into you know, being an entrepreneur here in Nashville. You know, when I played, I had my Believe in the Chief Foundation where I gave back to underprivileged families and foster youth. And Just Love being a coffee company that does the same thing, and they give towards adoption and families as well. It just was a no-brainer. So everything that you said, I've been in it 5 years just like you, went through the COVID just like you, and then to be standing and striving 5 years later, I think is pretty great. So I can drink to that, my friend.
Absolutely, cheers.
Cheers.